for a little bit so we can chit chat with you and you can listen to the wildlife. What we're hearing right now is a little boat just passed, and oops, got my finger or something is in the way. Here, switch. There we go. Up. It's hard to hold the phone. There's the rail bridges. There's two of them back to back there. So let's walk along. Everything is very green and lush here. I'll have to turn you if somebody comes along. Of course, now all the birds are quiet. We'll see how this records down here at the river. I should have grabbed that thing that Ann sent me that keeps it from jostling about so much. Sorry, I don't have that with me. Morning. Morning.
River birch.
Yeah, Scott's allergic to river birch, like really bad allergic to it.
Yeah, really awful. It's one of my springtime allergies. Trees have done their thing.
Yeah. Sorry if this is spotty or breaking up, but we are walking and we're down by the river, so there's that.
Look at that egg cluster on that.
I saw it. Looks like spit. Ooh, look at that big old tree down there.
Sometimes you can see some fish in here.
Yep. So one time Scott saw an owl.
Yeah, it was a great barred owl.
Came down and got a fish, didn't it?
Came down and got a fish. I didn't even know they would predate fish. Grabbed him a brim.
You can see all the grapevines hanging there. We were noting all the grapes hanging.
Any luck? No, sir. Oh, good luck to you.
We were using Merlin earlier to identify some of the birds. And there's two different kind of flycatchers. And there was a cardinal, a Carolina red, a red-bellied woodpecker. I can't remember some of the others.
Blue-gray gnatcatcher.
Blue-gray gnatcatcher. Great crested gnatcatcher.
I hear a Carolina wren.
Yeah, a nuthatch.
No pawpaws yet.
No. We had our typical Sunday morning breakfast. Good morning, Kathy. Good morning, Pam.
It's making me feel a little lethargic.
Uh-oh, you want to sit down?
Kind of carb heavy.
Yeah. That picnic table's never made any sense to us. It's like floating in the air. I mean, it's got a steep bank, goes right up under it, and there's some spiderwort. Looks like the raccoon's got the lid open on that trash can.
Yeah.
Some pretty ferns. Look at these ferns. Look at that delicate little fern right there. Isn't that pretty? Oh, that's not my friend. That's poison ivy.
I love this gnarly looking roots.
Yeah. The root pattern on that one is cool. I saw somebody else say something. Oh, it's just Pam and Kathy saying hi to each other. Is that a plane or a boat?
Boat.
I love that tree. So pretty. Remember that time we saw that snapping turtle?
Oh yeah. That little fella.
Pam said, that's Superman going by.
This goes up by the student apartment.
Oh, thank you. I'm just going to stop and let them go by.
Yeah.
You're okay. Oh, got one more. Morning.
Big old forest ranch.
Yep,
They were all over the place up in Greenville.
they were. Oh, it's the top of a tree cut off there. I was like, what is sitting on the rail? And my eyes were playing tricks on me. You want to keep going this way?
It doesn't matter. There's not much to see up that way.
No. Now these are they did these covered because as the trains go over, they drop a bunch of silt on your head. So we have these beautiful covered areas on this walkway. We saw a copperhead down here one time going along that rock base of the bridge. Oh, look, somebody's done got some art there, or a face. And looks like they must have had something that was naughty there because it's been painted over.
There's some rail debris right there where they were working on the
Yeah, that's to keep it from hitting you in the head.
Yeah.
What are some metal pieces there?
I don't know. I think some sort of tie that ties two rails together when you join them.
That rock was all cut locally, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's massive.
Probably quarried right here.
Look how dense the little trees have come up in there.
There's two big granite quarries right near this area.
Yep. Scott's doodly doo doing. A lot of people come down and they fish under the rail bridges because you can get down to the river. The river is really high right now, so it looks like chocolate milk. Oh, poor Froggy didn't make it. But you can, like, there's a path down to the river there, but here in a minute you'll be able to see how high the river's gotten. We've had so much rain.
So we're coming up on, there's a really big quarry off to our right.
That's why there's fence here.
That's Martin Marietta quarry. I forget who owns that other quarry. Across the river is another quarry.
So there's the river.
Something Dixon.
This that's closest to us is usually dry and you can just walk out and get over where those trees are is rocky, like a beach area, but it's underwater.
You could typically walk out.
That's first or second pylon.
Yeah.
What bird is the loud one? Probably a Carolina wren.
I hear a Carolina wren, which is appropriately named. It has a voice way larger than its actual size and importance in the world.
Because he's only about 2 or 3 inches tall.
Yeah, that little guy.
Yeah, that's my favorite rail bridge over there.
Here, red-bellied woodpecker.
Yeah. You want to walk a little farther?
Yeah.
We haven't come.
Geographically, this is the fall line of the state. So, southeast of here, you enter into an ancient coastal plain, which is very flat
It's sand.
and sandy. And then behind us, to the west, northwest, is the elevation increases and there's lots of granite. So it makes perfect sense that there are two large granite quarries right here because the granite is really close to the surface. These are large open pit mining operations.
That's a woodpecker.
That's a woodpecker. Probably a red belly.
And you can see where, this is that tree that drops that sticky sap on you constantly. Yeah. Ugh. But all of this new lumber is probably from that big flood we had. It took out a bunch of this walkway, and they had to move the walkway over because it used to be farther toward the river. But as you can see, the river has changed the path. Water's a formidable force that I don't know why humans keep trying to control it. There's no real controlling it. Oh, there's some. Oh, look at that bird. I've never seen that one. Ooh, look at the blackberries, y'all. Too bad we can't get to them. Wow.
It's just starting to set a little bit of fruit.
Yeah. That's in the quarry's property, so you wouldn't be able to get to it.
Yeah. If you get to the end of this section down at Riverland Park neighborhood, across the river is the other quarry.
Yep. Smells fishy here.
Yeah. They like.
There's the woodpecker.
Oh, yeah? Oh, I see him. Someone's washing him out.
That was so cool that we caught him.
This little understory tree, this little shrubby tree, is a pawpaw tree.
It's the United States only tropical.
Yeah, it's a tropical fruit tree, and it puts on this fruit that look like green potatoes, and it's really, really sweet when it ripens. It smells like an overripe banana, but they have no shelf life. Their good point is about a day or two, and then they rot. They go from ripe to rot in about 2 days.
And they grow next to bodies of water.
Yeah, they like this boggy, watery landscape.
And they grow with rhizomes. And they grow in a cluster, a group.
And their flower smells like rotting flesh.
It's pretty gross.
So the bot flies come and fertilize them because of the odor.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get a little garden of some sort put together this week.
We got some tomato seeds.
Yeah, I got some tomato seeds. I ordered a tomato from Park Seeds called Yum Yum Tomato.
Might grow some nice peppers. Good.
Yeah, we should have started all that a couple months ago.
Well, yeah.
One time we took all these really old seed, which our seed is really old, but back then we took them and we just fixed a bed and we just threw them out, and be doggone, everything grew, and I had so many tomatoes I couldn't keep up with them.
That was the best garden that year. We had a lot of those Brandywine tomatoes. They were really good.
Yep.
They had a nice, tangy nice and tasty.
I might take a break here where it juts out so this girl can walk by.
Here you can see the water really well.
Yep.
Don't let this river deceive you. It's swifter than it looks and has dangerous undertows. And lots of people have drowned in this river.
Hi.
It's not a very safe river for swimming.
No. Sometimes you can look over the edge and you can actually see the fish, but the water is so churned up right now, you can't really see.
So the other side of the river over here is Richland County. And as its name implies, it has very dark, rich topsoil, and it's good agricultural land. And at one time, almost all of this property on the other side of the river was under cultivation. There's a fish right there.
No, that's a piece of weed floating along there. I thought it was a fish too, but then I saw it wasn't.
Both of us did.
Yep. Lots of couples out with their doggies running.
You can, upriver, you can see the granite outcroppings, but even along here where it starts to flatten out, there's still a lot of granite exposed, and you see all these eddy currents in the water. That's what makes this river so dangerous. It's those eddy currents and undertows. You can get trapped under a rock and can't extract yourself.
Yeah. And the big trees that are floating under the surface.
Yeah.
Lots of really big old trees have come down since our last walk, like that one. Now it'll become a nursery tree that...
Already there's new growth.
Yep.
And look at all the insect activity.
Yep.
I bet there's thousands of things alive in this deadfall.
Nothing goes to waste in nature. Humans are very wasteful. Nature says, yes, I will reuse you. I will repurpose you. You will become a brand new tree or some mushrooms.
I wonder what this metal material is. That like cattle?
That's a cattle panel.
Cattle panel?
Buy it at Tractor Supply.
Tractor Supply.
And we usually see the outcropping with cormorants sitting on them. These birds with this really long neck. That's a swift right there.
Yep.
Getting warm.
Yeah,
Warming up.
It hadn't reached the really hot season yet.
No. And the other day when I was mowing the lawn, it was like in the 90s, like 92. I got done out in the yard about 9 o'clock and got a shower and then hid in the house. And then, was it yesterday? I planted some impatiens and 2 petunia plants. What is it with Lowe's and not having like 6 or 8 count flower pots? You know,
Watch your stuff.
yeah, don't step in that jet. So I don't know. I need to find someplace that has some selling plants at a more reasonable price in smaller containers, because that petunia was a pot of them at Lowe's was like $5.98 and there was only 2 plants in it. And I was like, this is ridiculous. I might go down to the farmer's market and see what's down there. The state farmer's market's not far from our house. I'll just go down there. Oh, cyclists coming. I'll make y'all watch the fence for a while. Oh, litter. Somebody's flip-flop. English ivy.
Seen that big iron piece that's usually off
Well,
to the
I
side.
think it's under the greenway,
Yeah.
under the greenery.
Oh, look at this damselfly.
Yeah, I was watching her.
Oh,
Morning.
hey, how are you?
She's pretty.
Oh,
Pretty
how
little
beautiful.
damselfly. See if I
How
can
green
find
her
her.
tail is. Look at that. It's like a, what would you call that green?
It's kind of turquoise.
Turquoise?
Oh,
Yeah.
where did she
Goodness.
go?
She's right there on that.
Yeah, but in the screen. All right, she flew off.
She's had enough of us.
Hi, good morning.
What did you see of such interest?
Damselfly.
Oh, okay.
A turquoise colored damselfly with black wings. It's quite striking.
Okay.
Oh, good morning, Janet Nash. How's the weather in the UK? I've been recording for over 21 minutes. I don't know if it's all choppy for you guys. You'll have to let me know. We've upgraded our service, so maybe we can do some lives while we're out doing something like this. Now this keeps on going, but we usually stop after this bridge and turn around and go
I
back.
think there's about 8 miles now on this side.
Yeah, we can go even farther than we used to be able to. Oh, you can see how high the water has been because the mud on the plants here. And there's probably, I bet there's fish or a turtle right there.
Yep.
I see bubbles. We don't have a current fishing license, so we can't go fishing. Oh, what's doing that call?
The,
Yeah.
want me to find out?
Only if you want to.
Let's have a
I'm going to go over here and let them see the little waterfall that's coming out of the quarry. And this will get filled with silt from the quarry. But you can also see how high the water was because the mud line is way up. See how high.
water from the quarry is pumped out into this creek.
Yep. And it has like a little, back in there, a little waterfall. Oh, that's wonderful. Is it picking it up?
We're getting there. See what Merlin says.
We'll open Merlin.
Carolina chickadee.
Carolina wren.
The loudest one is the wren. Tick, tick. That's the cardinal.
That's the wren making all that racket. So if you don't have that app, it's fun to use. You just have to let it know where you are in the world so it can look for the birds that are supposed to be around you.
That's the Carolina chickadee.
Yeah. You want to go around to the dam real quick?
Yeah, let's go around to the,
Not dam, but the,
well, the remnants of dam there, isn't there?
yeah, but it's the locks.
Locks. Yeah.
We used to see kids jumping off the locks into the water, which is looks like fun, but it's quite dangerous.
Oh, it's American redstart. I think that's what we saw that you said you didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
That's that American redstart.
That was a pretty bird. I've never seen those before.
I wonder if it's related to an Oriole.
It's got the same coloring.
Since the adult males are striking and distinctive. Sounds a
Well.
lot like me.
Oh my, let's have a seat at the benches.
As we've mentioned, water changes everything, doesn't it?
Yep, this used to be below the benches, and the river has dumped all this sand here.
With all the silt in it.
And we used to be able to sit on these benches that are now, that one, the seat's completely under the dirt.
So you
Looks
can
like
see
somebody's been digging out there.
The opening to the lock.
And there used to be a path right here that you could go and get on the locks, but it's completely washed away, and they've kind of created another walkway there, but
I don't want to get a tick on me.
I don't want to get a tick either. But just sometimes you'll see just a huge tree just going down through the locks. So I would never just jump into the river here. Plus, like Scott was saying earlier, the hidden undertow is really strong in this river.
So it's a migratory for this area.
Oh, so we were lucky to see it if it's just
That's correct. So
coming through.
They breed in the upstate and up further north on into Canada here, out into the Pacific Northwest.
Well, I was hoping to see a mimosa tree because they're in bloom.
Yeah.
And there used to be a big one down here. And Casey used to, when it was founded, it was called
Granby.
Granby. And the mill for Granby was just down here, right?
Yeah, Granby was a colonial village. And the old Granby Cemetery is on Martin Marietta property.
Back up in here.
Up ahead, just past this bend and to the right. It's not accessible. It's private property. Used to be accessible when I was a teenager.
But see where these benches are kind of pointing back toward the river? That's where the old mill used to be. And they used to hold little live concerts on the pad from the quarry,
Yeah.
from the mill.
I guess they abandoned that idea.
Yeah, well, it kept flooding, but this keeps going, but I think we're going to turn around here. We're going to walk. Yeah, I know. I can tell you want to show them the locks. And we might turn you guys off while we're walking back to the car because my arm is starting to feel like my finger's gone to sleep. But this here, where the trees are, that used to be the pad where the old mill used to be.
You had a fish for lunch?
Oh, yesterday was a great day out here. The water's just muddy today.
Yeah. Have a good day.
I thought that was a snake when I first saw it.
Oh God, you scared me. You made me jump. But now we're standing on the old locks. And kids will swim out there and climb up the ladder and then jump back in, which is terrifying to me.
So there are passages inside these locks that allow water to pass. You see these iron poles, and you can see them on the other side. Those at one time had handles on them, and they control the
A gate.
that allows the water to enter and leave the lock. And then this area right here was the hinge for the locked doors, and there was another set of locked doors on the other side. It's the same situation down at the far end of it. There were 5 sets of locks on this river, and I think this is the only one left.
You can hardly see the dam that's on the other side, but if you look at the end of the locks up here and then just kind of look in the water,
There's a concrete
concrete barrier over there that they all kind of connect to.
Yeah, so there was a little diversion dam that went across here.
Whew, it's getting hot.
So with the advent of the railroad, shipping product by rail became much less expensive than shipping it by boat, and the locks fell into disuse. It just wasn't economical anymore. But at one time, cotton and tobacco traveled up and down this river.
Yep. All right, dear friends, I'm going to let you go, and so I can rest my arm. And there's a plane going over, so fitting time to say goodbye. Take care.